I'm Shaun Cole. This is the Simpit, and today I'm here to give you a trick that I recently learned on iRacing. It's totally legit, and it's so simple, but so effective that I would almost call it a cheat. Do you struggle with shifting with a clutch while driving? Or maybe you don't even have a clutch on your rig. With this trick, you can achieve perfect shifts without using any driving aids. There are a handful of cars, especially in iRacing, that are actually faster when driving the car without any clutch pedal aids and properly using the clutch in any form of shifting mode. Granted, purists are going to demand an H-pattern shifter, but where I'm coming from, it's really about lap times. When driving a car like the Lotus 79, I am faster when I am driving well and using the clutch while shifting than I am when using the auto clutch settings and letting the software do the work, which others might call a cheat depending on which camp you're coming from. However, this does come at a cost. Over the course of a race, I'm going to miss a few shifts. At worst, I can make a bad shift that upsets the car and sends it around, or an even worse shift that could blow the motor. Therefore, historically, in a desire to finish races, I have always used auto clutch despite knowing it's slightly slower in certain cars. Now recently, in a lot of reviews that I've done, all of the latest wheels have come with extra paddle shifters. I've used these in testing for their most common functions like launch control with a release bite point for race starts. However, a friend of mine recently turned me on to a new idea. What if you map those paddles as the extra clutches? What? It could also be done with button mapping, but it wouldn't be quite as cool, or it wouldn't be quite as easy to operate. The trick starts with how we map our controls. You will map your gas and brake pedal normally, but when it comes to the clutch, I pulled in my lower left paddle. I then went to the options tab on iRacing, and then on the left-hand side found the second clutch and pressed map, and then pulled the right-hand lever. You can see it read it as a lever, not a button. Again, you could have done this with any two buttons if you don't have paddles. Now let's turn the clutch settings to no aids and go drive the car. When driving the car, I can actually pull in either paddle and it doesn't matter. I'll get the clutch operation. I can pull in a paddle, shift into gear, rev up the engine, and release the paddle to pull away. Now here comes the fun part. When it comes to the upshifting or downshifting, I'll pull in the clutch with my lower fingers on the upshift side, and as soon as it gets pulled in, I roll my upper fingers to pull the shifter paddle and then release them both together. After a few shifts, this rolling action becomes very easy to do time after time and with either hand. I am now telling the game to engage the clutch a mere fraction of a second before the shifter moves. Since the shift happens by releasing together, we are in gear and engaging the driveline by releasing the clutch. I can do this with ease as I run up through the gears. Even more importantly, I can do it with ease on downshifting sequences where I might do it 3 or 4 times in a row heading into a corner. Using two buttons instead of the shifter paddles gives me pretty much the same results, but not quite as smooth. On a physical level, the action isn't quite as easy to do. On the sim level, these are very abrupt pressing and releasing of the clutches. Gets the job done, but it just takes more practice. I can tell you that since I started using this trick that I have not missed a single shift in a manual shift car. It actually blows my mind that I've solved something so easy in sim racing with a trick that is so easy to do, so easy to use, and again, it almost feels like I'm cheating. So I hope this trick helps you out on the track. If you have any ideas that you think will help out the community, be sure to send them to me at Shaun@thesimpit.com, and if I use your idea on the show, I'll give you full credit and I'll even send you a Simpit sticker. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you on the track.